because the SQL queries behind these reports are rather intensive, you probably don't want to do this type of reporting during production hours. You want to do it in an off-peak or schedule it to happen in an off-peak, or you want to do it against a copy of the database that's not currently serving ZENworks. Obviously, if you try this in your environment and it doesn't have much database impact, I guess you can feel free to schedule it whenever you want, but in large environments, certainly this could have an impact on the database. So if you wanted to schedule these things to happen, first you need a report. So if we had this compliance status details, we created the report, you remember, for doing the custom conditional formatting. But over here, we didn't create a report for the actual graph. So if we wanted the graph to be able to be something we could send independently, we'd need to create a report just for that graph because you can't schedule ad hoc views. We'll say OK. Then we could save this as the compliance status overview report, close that, and then go back to our repository, and now we'll have the report. So if we wanted to have this run on a regular basis and then email this to somebody or drop it on an FTP server, we'd go to the report, we'd say schedule, and then go ahead and create a new schedule. You can see it can be run immediately or on a particular time. You can do simple run this every day, run this once a week, whatever it may be. On the parameters tab, you can control what gets passed in on those input controls. So if you only cared about servers for this particular release or for this particular run of the report, you could go ahead and put that in, and that would filter down based on the path in our zone. You've got the output. We're going to put it into a PDF file. We can either output it to a repository, or we can put it on an FTP server, put it on the file system somewhere that a scripted process might do something with. After that, whatever. And then from a notifications perspective, if we wanted to email this to a set of people, we could go ahead and just put a comma separated list in and go ahead and include this either as a link or as an attachment. So in my case, you'll see my schedule is going to be run it immediately. I really don't need a recurrence, so I'm not going to bother with that. And it's going to do this for servers. So I'll say save, server run, and it'll go ahead and kick that job off here in just a minute. If we refresh the list here, we may be able to catch it. But you'll see the state go from normal to executing, and then from executing, it's going to disappear because we don't have it scheduled to repeat. Now, we'll come back to that in just a minute. With ZENworks reporting 643 and higher, I believe it is, you can actually now schedule dashboards as well. So you can right-click here and schedule, and you schedule that the exact same way. And so basically behind the scenes then, it goes out and it generates that same set of reports into a PDF so that you can send the whole dashboard out to the important audience. So here we'll go ahead and come back to our schedule. You'll see it's gone now because it's already executed. And so if we used the default, so under scheduled reports here, we have the compliance dashboard, or we have the compliance details report. Let's go ahead and just look at the compliance details report one. And you can see it's a PDF. And when we open it up, it's got our various devices. So that's how you schedule these reports so that you can run them in off-peak hours, but still be able to provide regular updates to your critical stakeholders. Hope you found this useful. I'll be back soon with some more interesting, cool solutions. Thanks.